This is part 2 of the green level. It's getting a little bit fancy now. This is the side lean. You're gonna love it, and it's all coming up.
There's a wind and it's blowing. There's a current that's running deep. I can't see but I know it. That something's not what it's meant to be. Hearing brother against brother now. Anger grows.
Hey everyone, I'm Alden, creator and founder of Dance Systems. I created the Dance Systems method so that everyone can learn modern partner dance, no matter what your skill or knowledge. You can learn it quickly, effectively, and look amazing doing it. I've been lucky enough to teach so many people all over the world how to partner dance using the Dance Systems method, and it's been amazing to watch them achieve their dance goals. So let's get into the content. Today we are going to be discussing the side lean. This is a spectacular movement, and when you get your lines right, it looks brilliant. We are going to be explaining the follows part of it, that is footwork, body positions, everything that the follow needs to know. Then we're going to show the leads movements and footwork, as well as how to lead the actual step. There's going to be a follow along to really help you to get these movements into your bodies. And then finally, there will be a bonus section, and please watch to the end, follows especially. There's some awesome tips there about how to get your lines right and how to really deliver the step. And leads, of course, there'll be something special there for you in terms of how to really lead it and how to get it to feel good as well. So followers, let's get going. We're going to start off explaining the step. This is a variation of the followers exit 2, which I've covered in depth in other videos. So I will leave a link below. Please feel free to check that out. But let's run through it again. So here we go. Stepping back on 1. Again, this is just a small natural step. On the and, bring it into your waiting position. Stepping out on 2, creating another new parallel line very close to your partner. So always step as close as you possibly can without interfering with each other's movements. Right, I'm going to step together on 3. On 4, this is when the side lean actually begins. So at the end of 3, you're going to be finishing with your arm up, and this is when your side lean starts. And I will demonstrate it in partner so you can actually see the side lean working. So we're going to lean on 4, and on 5, please come back, placing your feet down, slightly open. After that, we're going to do almost a half a turn. So you can see I'm pivoting almost halfway. That would be the full half, but just a little bit short of that, or a little bit shy of that, so that you can sort of see your partner and face your partner, or have the connotation of looking at your partner. From then on, we're just going to do our arc step and our close, just like we did in the first video of the green section. So it's exactly the same exit. You will notice that within the Dance Systems movement, we use some of the micro movements and put them together to create compound movements, which is an amazing way to learn. Because once you've mastered it in one step, you'll see the ripple effect carrying right on through the whole system and the whole style. So follows, let's have a look at the footwork from a really tight angle. Here we go, stepping 1 and 2, stepping together on 3. Next, we do our lift and our lean, stepping down. Here comes our turn. Here comes our arc step and our final step on 8. So here we go, stepping back 1 and 2. Feet together on 3 and arm up. Here comes the lean on 4. Stepping down on 5. Almost that half turn on 6, back into that waiting position, doing your little arc step and the close to finish on 8. Again, please check out the bonus section where we're going to really dive into the styling, both of the knee and of the lion. I hope you're enjoying this content and learning loads. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share this content with like-minded people. It really helps to grow this channel and to keep the content coming. Leads, you're up next. Okay, so let's do this. So here we go. Again, your footwork is going to be very similar to the follower's exit. So I encourage you again to follow those links below and really dive into that movement if you need to. But we're going to cover it briefly here. So let's have a look. Stepping out on 1, creating a slightly new line, and of course not interfering with our partner, bringing in the and to the waiting position, stepping back on 2. And on 3, we're going to be lifting our partner's arm at the same time and stepping back. So I'll just show you from this angle so you can see it. So that's the movement there. So we're balancing on our right leg, we're lifting our right arm and bringing our left arm back. Please look at my line. Try and get that line as best as you can. Okay, so let's go again. So stepping 1 and 2, stepping back with your left leg on 3 and your arm up at the same time. 3. On 4, on the 3 and I'm bringing in my balance and I'm stepping out on 4, keeping my left leg straight. And what I'm going to do is bend my right leg ever so slightly. And that's quite a key point because you're going to be carrying your partner's weight at this point. So you've got to make sure that you have a stable foundation. And that's why basics are so important, especially when you start to do lifts and leans. You've really got to be solid in your own body before you start to lift or to lean your partner. So let's run that again. Stepping forward, 1 and 2, 3 and 4 with a bend. So that is your 4th position. Okay. On 5, what I want you to do is literally straighten up again. So all my weight is, I've got my weight distribution with my bent leg. I'm pushing away with my left and bringing it in. And I'm placing my partner down into the waiting position. And from here, all you have to do, just like on the first step of green, your basic side open, just lead your partner. So your right hand coming across and your left leg coming forward and closing. So leads, showing you from a slightly different angle. Here we go. Stepping 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 5, let your partner down. 6, into the waiting position, stepping forward. 7, close. 8. Leads, let's have a look at your footwork from a really tight angle. Here we go. Stepping forward on 1 and 2, stepping back on 3, bringing it in. 4, together. 5 and 6. Leaning forward. 7, closing. 8. Now for the quick reference, here we go. Stepping 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, close. 8. Leads, now that you've got your footwork, you've got your arm positions, how do you actually lead this step? Well, let's get into it. Okay, so classic exit 2 or your follower's exit lead. Here we go. Stepping forward 1, just locking my frame, stepping and bringing my partner back. 2, so it's all in the frame, nothing else going on. On the start of 3, I'm taking my partner's arm and I'm lifting it. 3, Please try and make a really straight arm. Again, no force, but try and get your partner's arm to be straight as possible. Please watch a little bit later on when we get to the partner section, you'll actually see the lines. 3. Okay, so from here, I want you to give an impulse for your partner to stop. How do you do that? You don't squeeze or fight. You literally just release the pressure or the tension in your body. That release of tension will allow your partner to know that to stop. From then on, you're literally bringing your weight and bringing your partner off axis. There. Again, your partner's just leaning on you. There's no force involved. It's literally just a balance. From here, again, you're just transferring your weight and take your partner across. And from here, coming into the waiting position. Please note, the key to this is to bring your elbow into your side on that 6th position, because that enables your partner to open. That movement allows your partner to open. And then from there, you just gently, with your frame, lead your partner across as you step to close. Okay, so again, for the quick reference, let's have a look. Stepping 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, elbow, 6th, lead across, 7, close, 8. Let's get into the partner explanation. Again, like I always say, it's so good to understand dance from a partner dance from a solo perspective, but obviously we need to come together in partner to really understand how this works in partner. Okay, so let's run through our key points together. So from this angle, we're going to start off. So we're going 1 and 2, and have a look at the end of that 2. That's when I start to raise. Now, leads, I mentioned earlier, please have a look. I'm trying to make my partner's arm as straight as possible. Please, this isn't, we don't want to force. So with Kami, that's making a beautiful line here. Please do the same with your partner. Again, no force. Now from here, this is when I've released the tension in my body, so my partner knows to stay, not to do anything. From here, I'm bringing my weight to my center. And as you can see, I'm just holding Kami over here on her shoulder and literally leaning her there. Please note, because I'm using my bent knee and I've got this knee to this leg straight, I can really carry the weight and it's really light. From there, I'm bringing back to the center. And as I mentioned before, that's me bringing my elbow in. There we go, and we're going into our waiting position. So before you step out, a good check-in point is to make sure that you're in the waiting position. Now, this is what I mean. Gently, with the right hand, lead your partner across and in, and that's when you step. There, and close. That was pretty good. So let's have a look at it from the side. Here we go. So 1 and 2, 3. Remember, release the tension. Now, collect on the and step across on the 4. Bring it back on the 5 and release. Invite your partner across, and then with your fingertips, literally curve your fingertips to allow your partner to gently come to rest. Also support your partner as your partner moves through. Okay. So for our quick reference, okay, here we go. And 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
When day blows me away, as soon as I turn, you've gone astray. Strangers, they've come again. So here I am, pretending it's okay. Clouds have already formed, that's all you can do. Starting storms,
Guys, this is the icing on the cake. This is how we make it look great. Please, it's important to understand the mechanics of it. It's important to understand where the lead and follow are in relation to each other. But please remember, this is also an art form. It needs to look beautiful. So we're going to be 2 tips for the follow and 2 tips for the lead. On the follow, that we're going to really improve your lines to make this look great. And for the lead, some really good bonus tips on how to carry your partner's weight well, and how to position your partner during the lean so that it's super comfortable for both of you. Okay, so let's get to it. The best way to show this, we're going to start with the follow, is tip number 1. First tip that I wanted to give the follow is, please try and make a straight line from your right arm all the way down the right leg. So let me show. Try and make this as straight as you possibly can. So let's, without straining or at all, please always work within what feels comfortable within your body. Okay, so let's go. So we're stepping 1 and 2, 3. So at this point, you want to try and get a straight line from the top of your hand, right down your arm, right down your leg. Okay, so now when the lean actually starts, have a look. What we're trying to do is still maintain that line from the right arm, but right down the leg. So we're trying to get that line to be as straight as possible. So that would be the first tip. Okay. Second tip that I wanted to say, really looks nice to look slightly away and down. Okay, so follows, just let's have a look again. So please watch Kami's head as she goes into the lean. So it's 1 and 2, 3. Here it is. Please have a look. So she's looking slightly away and down. Please do not drop your head. It's better to think about this as lowering your eyes rather than dropping your head, as you don't want to break that line either. So keep that arm straight for that line, and please consider your head. Again, do what is comfortable and what feels good in your body. Okay, so that's the first thing. Follows. Now, leads. Okay, first tip that I've got for you is the position of your partner. Please have a look at this. So 1 and 2, 3. Before I go into my side lean, can you see I've got a thigh connection? Tip number 1. This stabilizes your partner and lets your partner know where your partner is. Okay, so from here, as you can see, even though I'm moving into my middle position, I'm not pushing into my partner. I'm leaving it completely stable. We're both carrying our own weight. Critically important. No pushing and leaning. We're carrying our own weight. Now from here, this is where I make the connection onto Kami's shoulder. And now look, she's slightly in front of me. So as we lean, she's slightly in front of me. And this really allows me to carry that weight easier. What I would really not encourage is to do a hip on hip and a lean this way. This is danger territory and could result in some unwanted surprises. Okay, so stay away from that one. A little bit in front. Second tip for the lead. Okay, please note how I support Kami's shoulder blade. Have a look. 1 and 2, 3. So as we start, can you see I'm tracing? And from here, I'm going straight to the shoulder. Because from here, again, I'm not squeezing, or I'm just using the pressure of my fingertips because I've perfectly balanced her and I've got it slightly in front. And as I step back, that is providing the support that she needs. And also by maintaining that position, you're able to maintain your pitch a lot easier. And there we go. Okay, good tips. I hope you're enjoying and getting tremendous value. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, smash that notification bell, and feel free to leave any questions or any comments below, as I'd love to get back to you.
Rain is coming again. So here I am, crying, always telling me you're the only one in your place. Can't you see the one has come undone? Always in my face, trying to put me in my place, taking